Hello YouTube, this is That Guy 781 and today we're going to be talking about my own personal get home bag. Now, the concept behind my get home bag is clearly to get me home if there's an emergency, disaster, whether it be man-made or natural. This bag will actually be in my vehicle. And mainly this bag is actually meant in case I had to walk home. I've never ever worked more than 10 miles from where I live. So I can actually walk that in a day or so. It's not too bad. But in the event that something happened, there's traffic's gridlocked and I gotta go home, this is what I have in the car. This is what I take out of the car and leave the car and take with me. Now, in my situation, since I'm married, I'd actually have to leave work, go to my wife's job, pick her up, then go home. So, I mean, it could be a long trek. It depends on what happens. And in the event that it takes me longer than a day to get home, I also have some goodies in there for situations like that too. So let's go and get into the bag. The bag was purchased for about $30 and cheaper than dirt.com. It's from a company called UTG, for those of you who are interested in the name of the bag. The name of the company that produces the bag. It's a messenger style satchel bag. So it actually hangs off of your side and the strap goes over one shoulder. It actually has a padded strap, so that's always good. I can't afford Maxpedition style bags. I can't afford the Maxpedition brand, so I don't even look at them, to be honest with you. I think I looked at them at one point because I saw a video on them, and I think it was Suits Double Lot, and I was like, man, that's a nice bag, and I went to go look at the price. I was like, holy crap. And I was just like, you know what? I'm not getting something just because it's got a cool name. So I settled for this for 30 bucks, which is like $100 less than the bag I was looking at on Maxpedition. But, so let's go and get into the contents of the bag. Alright, first of all, it's my quote-unquote water purification system. We're just going to move the bag out of view for a while so we can get to the actual product. It is a little outdoor, I believe this is like a stainless steel or aluminum, eco-friendly water bottle. I keep the water bottle empty because of this reason here. You'll see when I open it up. And the water bottle will actually keep a small container of water purification tablets, and prior to me leaving work, I'd actually fill this up with water, and depending on the situation, if they say that, you know, don't drink the water, then I'll probably use a water purification tablet too with that water. So I have a hydration container and I have a way to purify my water. So that's my quote-unquote hydration system. It's very low key. It's not a Camelback, so it doesn't draw too much attention. Alright, we're going to move to this compartment here. Alright, just open it up. In that compartment we have about 20-25 feet of OD green paracord. Even though I work in an urban environment, I mean, I never know what can come my way, and paracord just has a multitude of uses. So we'll keep the paracord in there, 25-30 feet. I don't know, I mean, there's just so many things you can use paracord for. Obviously, I won't be trapping animals because it's only going to be like a day at most for me to get home, maybe two, the worst case scenario. But paracord, you just never know what you can use it for until that time happens. You're like, man, I wish I had a little bit of rope or something. So we got paracord in there. Also, we have a 8-hour emergency candle. 8-hour emergency candle is for that worst case scenario that I have to stay. That we have to kind of stay inside. There's no power, or I have to hunker down somewhere. 8 hours of candlelight is definitely a plus over burning through all my batteries. Alright, next up, even though this is a wilderness survival bag, I always feel that there's a need to have some ways of starting fire in your kit. So I actually have 3 different ways as normal. So waterproof matches, some flint fire steel, and a lovely Zippo lighter that never fails. Those are my ways of fire if I need fire. I mean, fire could be simple as making a heating source, or lo and behold, I doubt I'd have to, you know, crack open a can and cook it. But if I had to, at least have the means to start the fire. Next up in that pocket, we also have a whistle. Obviously, you'd use a whistle for signaling or emergencies, screaming, I need help, something like that. Also, we have 3 AAA batteries. Those kind of speak for themselves. Batteries are batteries. Alright, so let's go into this side pocket here. In that side pocket, we actually have insect repellent, because even though I live and work in an urban environment, mosquitoes are bad no matter where you are. Where I live at, mosquitoes are your enemy. I'm bit up now, as a matter of fact, from mosquitoes from working on a car earlier. All right. Now, in the event that I'm hunkered down somewhere, or let's say I couldn't leave work. Let's say something so bad happened I couldn't leave work, and I needed to stay there, and let's say people are looting or something like that. Let's say people are going Hurricane Katrina. They're just going nuts. They're looting. They're hurting people. Well, let's say I want light, but I kind of want to keep it pretty low key. I just use a glow stick, 12-hour glow stick, one glow stick. It can light up a fairly, I'd say, I don't know, maybe like a 12 by 12 room. And it doesn't give you enough light to just read by, unless you hold it right up to a book. But it gives you enough light that you can orientate yourself in a room and know where the major objects are, so that you don't bump into them, stub your toe, hit your head or something. So I actually think the glow stick can shine in that way. Also in here, we have my little flashlight. This is a Gerber firecracker LED light. It's actually pretty bright for a $6 light. Got this on like smkw.com. It's like Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I think that's what it is. I got this for like $6 on the website on sale. It's very bright for the price. I think I paid $6 for it, but I think it's only like 18 or 20 lumens, but it seems brighter than that. And it only takes one AA battery, and it has like an extremely long battery runtime. So I figured just having one spare battery for that's enough, because I actually use a flashlight sparingly. I wouldn't use a flashlight that often. I don't want to ruin my night vision, for one, and I don't want to be seen by others, too. Next up is something everybody should have in their kit. It's just a multi-tool. This is nothing special. It's just a Gerber MP450. I'm a fan of Gerber products. As you probably noticed, Gerber Light, Gerber multi-tool. But yeah, this is a awesome multi-tool for the price. I got this with the Gerber Paraframe knife off of Amazon.com for like $30. I mean, it has everything I need. It has a knife that's non-serrated and partially serrated. You have a Phillips, a couple of different sizes of flatheads, can openers, nail file, and of course pliers. Pretty much anything you need just to get simple tasks done. I think yeah, it actually has like wire cutters built in there too. So a multitude of small tasks for a small tool that you can easily get done with that tool. And it was fairly inexpensive. Alright, moving forward. Also on the front pocket, once you undo the clasp here, I have a knife, a pretty beastly knife. We have the Cold Steel Spartan, 4.5-inch blades, razor sharp, very decent knife, nice grip. This is going to be a defensive tool, a defensive weapon. Should I be attacked? And I actually have a lot of knives that I could have put here. I have Kershaw, Spyderco's, Bird series. I have some Gerbers. I have a bunch of different knives I can use. But I chose this knife because it's the largest knife I have. It's very aggressive looking, and nobody will. If they're only armed with like something else, they may not want to mess with you when they see you have a knife this big. It's a very good intimidation factor. And also this knife's big enough where you could use it for a lot of other tasks as well. That task that you may use this knife for because of the blade size is something you tackle because you can't use it with the knife that's on the little Gerber. Alright, that's that front pocket as soon as you open the clasp. Next up, we have some post-it notes, just in case I want to write something down and I may hear that's important, or just information in general. Obviously, if I have a pad, I got to have a pen, so I have a standard pen. And the standard pen is actually going to be swapped out soon, because I actually want to use one of those tactical pens that you can actually use as a weapon or a striking weapon. I want to stick one of those in there and get rid of the standard pen. And of course, we have a Sharpie. Permanent marker. It's a Sharpie. Need I explain more? Alright, moving forward. We're going to the main compartment now. And the bag is actually nice. This main compartment can actually be enclosed with like a little with the pull string. It's actually water resistant. So where I live, it rains a lot, and water resistance is a really good thing. All right, next up is the food. See, this is only for a day, maybe 2 days at most. So the food isn't that great. It's two cashew sweet and salty nut bars. They're 160 calories each. That's my food intake. Next up, as stated, it does rain a lot, so we have one full-size poncho, and it's yellow. It's kind of, you know, highly visible color. Next up, I say that if I want to write something down, it'll probably come via news. So I have a pocket radio in here from Sony. It's a little big for a pocket radio, but it gets the job done, and it comes out very clear, loud and clear, and it has like a 40-45 hour runtime on 2 AA batteries. That's why I have 3 AA batteries. One extra backup for the light and 2 extra backups for the radio. Seriously, that I'm gonna use 80 hours of radio time. But the fact that if something happens and I have that option, I like that. Alrighty, let's go dig down in here and see what else we got. We got a pair of binoculars, and I'm still debating whether I want to keep the binoculars in this kit. They're actually Barska brand 10x25 camouflage binoculars, and they actually work very well. They're fairly good binoculars. They come in a case, but I'm kind of debating whether I want to keep them in there. My only justification for having the binoculars in there now is in case people go crazy, like Hurricane Katrina crazy, and they start rioting and looting and committing violent acts. I want to be able to peer down the road and see what's coming before I'm in range where they can see me or get to me fairly quickly. So that's what those are for. So I can know what's up on the road ahead, and I can avoid trouble if I can. Because let's face it, it's better to avoid trouble than fight it head on, because you might lose. But if you avoid it, you win, hands down. Next up is the primary defensive tool. Is actually pepper spray. It's actually Cold Steel Inferno. Wow, I messed that all up. Cold Steel Inferno pepper spray. This is the 1.3 ounce. Yeah, the 1.3 ounce model. And I got this in case there's a crowd of people and I don't want to have to open fire on them or something like that. I'd rather just pepper spray them and go about my business. And also I can hand that to like my wife or something. So also that she can also have on her person as well as instead of just in the bag. Next up in the bag is a very important part of the kit. It's actually probably the heart of the kit. This is Trauma Pack from Adventure Medical Kits. The reason I got this is because it includes Quick Clot, and I bought this kit for 20 bucks. Now if you know Quick Clot's usually it's pretty expensive on its own. So for 20 bucks with extra gauze, dressing and wrappings and other stuff like that, and it's in this waterproof bag. It's stated waterproofing is very good where I live at because it rains a lot. It's awesome. This is something I can use in case of a stab wound, gunshot wound, or something like that. And with this, it doesn't necessarily mean that wound is fatal. So that definitely does help out. Alright, let's go again to the final and last compartment. Now, I always carry concealed. I always have one firearm on me. So, in the event that, let's say my wife doesn't carry that day or something happens where she's not armed, we do have a backup option. And that's this Armstrong M206 38 Special 6-shot revolver. Just unloaded it for you, so now it's safe. Been safety checked for you guys. So, you don't have to worry about asking me whether it's safe. It's safe now. But it's a small 38 Special snub nose, and it's loaded with some Nyclad rounds. 6 shots of that. I think that's adequate considering I myself will be armed too with either my Keltec P3AT or PF9. And also in that pocket, I also have a speed loader with 6 additional rounds. Also is we also have another box of ammo with a few more rounds in it. This has, I think, 13 rounds in it. So you actually have a fairly good round count that you have on you. As far as the revolver, and with the speed loader, reloading is going to be fairly fast. I'm not one of the guys who understands why people actually have semi-automatics in their get-home bags, and they have just a box of ammo, no extra magazines. It bewilders me. I just don't understand that. With the revolver, I chose that because I kind of want to save on space without having a bunch of magazines, and I carry anyway. So I always have like 1 or 2 extra magazines on my person plus my firearm, depending on which one I have. So I already carry, and this is going to be kind of like my wife's gun if she doesn't have anything, you know. And for her to have 6 shots of some Nightclad 38 special rounds and a speed loader with 6 more, and she knows how to use a revolver, just like anyone should know how to use a revolver. If you're a guy and you're a gun guy and whatnot, I'm pretty sure your wife knows how to use a revolver. So that's going to be the last resort, should I say, as far as defense. So there you go. That's actually my get home kit, and I think this should last me a good amount of time. If I had to walk home 10 miles or go, get my wife then go home. So there you go. Feel free to comment, and also feel free to subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching. This is that guy 781 signing out.